I've been thinking about making a video for those who are really thinking about their drinking, not sure what to do about it. They're not that happy about it, but then they don't want to quit, right? And I get that because I know I love my Chardonnay. And I've been helping men and women reduce their drinking for over 27 years. So I thought I'd just have a bit of a chat with you about what the different things that go on in your head, because people think that because I specialize in alcohol reduction that I've got this relationship with alcohol that's completely perfect, right? And to a certain extent that may be true in a sense, because how I used to use alcohol was because I didn't feel good enough about myself. I was very socially shy and anxious. So the alcohol really helped me become what I thought is a better person. So you may relate to that now already and think, yeah, I should really drink a little bit less because I am a bit of a private person, and I think that the alcohol really relaxes me and puts me in a really good space with other people. But for me personally, what I've noticed over the years with my drinking is, I don't think there's anything wrong with a hangover, right? And now and again, it's completely fine. It's just like going to a restaurant where you have a 3-course meal and you end up eating more than you normally do, okay? And that's completely fine as far as I'm concerned. You're out with a friend and you're celebrating maybe a birthday or something like that, or a wedding. I don't know what it is about weddings, but weddings tend to be somewhere where we decide that the alcohol's free, new people, maybe socially shy, and we end up having a bit of a hangover. The thing is, when I look at my Chardonnay, because I generally drink champagne, sparkling wine, or Chardonnay, I don't drink anything else. And the reason being is I'm not interested. I could take or leave a gin and tonic. If that was what was on the table, I would definitely just have one gin and tonic. I'm not interested. So wine is the thing that I like to drink, okay? If you were coming to my table for dinner, if you were coming to my house, okay, and having a lovely meal with me, we love to cook. My partner is a very good cook, and we have beautiful food here. And I always make sure that we have lovely wine, because the one thing I notice is actually when people work with me and they do my programs, they realize that actually what they were drinking, they didn't even taste, right? And it's so funny. I'll get a lot of messages from people saying to me, oh my God, Georgia, I realized I was drinking wine that was just absolutely shocking. But now I'm actually really enjoying what I drink. And I think that's a really important thing. I really enjoy what I drink. I don't drink bad wine, okay? It may seem like a snobby thing to say, but actually, because I'm in the menopausal moment of my life, I actually find a lot of alcohol gives me reflux, which is a good reason not to drink. But what's interesting is because I do like my wine, people get excited about coming to my house because I always do serve lovely wine, and they can bring their wine. They can choose to drink whatever they want to drink. That's completely cool. But, I want you to know that my drinking journey has come from a space of really thinking about whether I wanted to quit, having a real love-hate relationship with the booze. And it's something that does cross my path now and again, and that's why I feel really passionate about having this support of the techniques that I've used on myself for many, many years to help me get in a better space with alcohol. That's why I specialize in it, because it's something that a lot of people just don't want to touch, right? But I'm happy to go there, because I've been working with clients for such a long time, people who've done my 6-week boot camp, achieving a sense of feeling better about alcohol is really the goal. But you know what? I'm not a perfect drinker, okay? I do have hangovers, and I do question sometimes, or maybe I'll just quit for a bit now and again. And that's why I have my lovely sober months. I love doing sober October, for example, dry January. There are months of the year that I love to abstain as well, to give my liver a bit of a break as well, which is good. Yeah, right? But also is I noticed that for me, that drinking too much just isn't fun anymore, right? I just don't find the pleasure in it. And I find it's frustrating, if you've got important meetings. I was traveling recently and I caught up with a friend who likes a few drinks or two. and I knew I had to get up in the morning. And I just, one of the things I'm really important to me, and one of my coping strategies, is to just say the word no and get onto the water or get onto the herbal tea that I have at the end of my night. So these are the sorts of things that people ask me about. As I said, if you come to my table for dinner, we'd be enjoying, some wine. I just don't have one glass of wine, okay? That's not my gig. But what I'm saying is, and yours could be just one glass of wine you want to achieve. But I like to have two, and three, and that'd be it, right? That's my kind of normal, regular drinking style. But it doesn't mean that that's your journey. This is what works for me. I have lovely little moments where I'm with my children, and then I decide that lovely mealtime I'll have my wine then. And I have this little cut-off point that I have my tea in the evening, and that's my moment. But once again, if there's a party going on and I want to have a few more to drink, I will. But I don't feel that I need to be this perfect drinking person. That's just not who I am. Okay. So any questions, I'd love to share with you my program, the 6-week boot camp. Please subscribe. I'm an open book. Ask me any questions. I am here. Thank you.